I'm gonna.
Will we turn? Do we see any like? Do we see any like people I turn quests into with the Staver's armor? That
You could find Staver is they're a very prominent trading family.
Is there?
You could find them.
Who has his arm?
I have.
Is there like a
You did got the
mercenary
armor? Let's go take a
group
look.
anywhere around here?
There's a lot of mercenary groups in town.
Okay.
It's a large city.
Being a former mercenary myself, would I have any connection with any of them?
Probably not. You're on a different
Okay.
continent now.
Okay.
Shucks.
I was gonna find out who has the
Go out and
bounty
buy
on
some
this.
food.
Oh,
You
I mean, you
can
can
go
still
out in
converse
town.
as
I
a
need to get some
mercenary.
trail rations. I'm out.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but
Are you going to stop at a tavern after that?
If you
Yeah.
have
I'm
a-
gonna-
if
I'm
you
not
have
dropping
enough,
hints here or
like,
anything.
Yeah. After I
Charisma and stuff.
Be like,
I don't
You're-
have any charisma.
you're this douchebag paladin.
I don't have any charisma at all. I have negative
How
charisma.
Robot.
about, like, the
Well,
folk?
you can
Oh.
buy your rabbit.
Okay.
But afterwards, while you're hitting up a local tavern, I'm assuming, just knowing your character, you're probably not thinking a high-class establishment.
No.
You're probably going somewhere a little bit more rough and tumble.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
6.
All right. No, 6 means he gets all of them. So
Oh, nice.
while you're drinking, chatting people up, they're just talking to you because evidently you look like the friendly dwarf they stop at the bar.
Why the fuck are you talking to me?
He's so friendly.
The first thing that you get from conversations going on in the bar and people that you've talked to is trade once again has been reestablished with the House Valdaria. And it's very positive communication coming from the house. However, the road remains very unsafe.
Okay.
So a lot of traders are kind of staying away from that because there's just the deep unease in the southern forest, and it seems every trip the traders say it kind of gets worse.
Oh, it's still getting bad over there?
It was off one of them. Just like it wasn't even undead. It was
Just there.
It was like a corpse. Right?
What?
Saber's armor was just off like a corpse.
Yeah, it was just up.
There's no undead or anything.
You have to break bad news to them.
There are
I'm sorry.
you talk to there's a ship captain who obviously is you're a dwarf, so you're an outlander. So obviously he came on a ship, and even though there's dwarves not far from where you're at, he's drunk. And he says that when we were sailing in the south, we saw a warship. It was heading south and west. The markings led us to believe it was an orcish vessel. We kind of avoided it, but
I'll take this one.
some of the crew said that
Orcs have ships.
it was marks of ogres.
Oh.
Others said marks of devils. No one can kind of agree on what the markings on these warships were.
Okay.
There's a pair of farmers arguing at a table, and it gets heated at one point, and the one shouts at the other across the table. It was the shadow of a dragon, I swear it. Headed south. And the guy across the table is like, you're drunk.
Nice. That's some true information.
There's some rumors, just kind of mumblings and discussion at the bar, and the gem of Hexter was destroyed. The council is sharing this. And the one guy is like, the truth is it wasn't destroyed at all. It's actually on the wild continent of Harris.
What was that?
Harris.
Harris.
Herous.
Is there a casino named that?
And then another guy, kind of pipes up and he's like, no, it was used to overthrow King Dane in the west. And yet another guy's like, the Dragon Council has it. There's just arguments going around about who controls the Gem of Hexter. But general consensus in the bar is that it was not destroyed.
Okay.
The fuck it wasn't. We were there.
Oh, we destroyed a gem.
Right.
It may have been the correct one, it may not have been.
Interesting.
Rumors are rumors, man. You take or leave what you want from them.
Right.
Did you tell us about the bounty in your head?
There's
Or-
also
We just heard
We
about
just
it.
heard about it. We haven't
Yeah.
been anywhere yet.
there's also
So, I
some,
mean, like,
some word spreading around that the gods are
Are
everywhere.
you
We're not
keeping
next
it?
Oh boy.
We
But
went to
a
the-
lot of
Came
the
out of the
real
church.
just came out of
devout
the church.
are
I thought
saying it's
everyone
just
was still back
heretics
to
trying
the
to
We're like walking.
drum up.
And
Sounds
then we're
like
like, oh hey, we need to go see Saber's family.
someone's
now
trying to
we're gonna
control the panic. I'm gonna ask the drunk farmer if he remembers what color it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Red
Cross that
green.
bridge. when we get
Ah,
to it.
I have
wait.
like a
He says,
hood over
see the
my
dwarf.
head.
The
That's
dwarf
fine.
has
I
some
kind of
sense.
blend in, right?
The other farmer's kind of just like
I saw
rolling
my
his
eye.
eyes at you. It was but a shadow.
Just a shadow, huh?
I'm telling you, it was flying southwest towards the coast.
Towards the coast. Okay.
That's what you discovered while you were out in the town.
Nice.
We're gonna go find Saber's family. We can-
Yeah, you guys already did that. You traveled to the house Saber. You would bump into the the younger man that came and
I was like pulling her
kind
away.
of consoled but pulled away the old woman.
I'd like to speak to the old man. Can you give this a try?
Well, you're gonna find them at the trade consulate. It's not like you're finding them at their house.
Oh.
Obviously, now you guys have some renown. You're more than welcome to come out to their estate, say at week's end, have a meal and share what you know with
His family.
the family. However,
With a dress
So,
like a beggar and sit
I'm gonna do a guy. My two
where are you guys
No,
going?
we're not going. I don't.
You wanna do that?
No, not yet, because they haven't told us.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
They're way far away from us.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to bar then. Never mind.
He doesn't know shit.
We're in the tavern just
My
chilling.
cleric is talking to the guy.
Yeah, we are.
Alright.
We're
Perfect.
still,
Go back?
we're still yapping.
Nathan's
So we turned our quest and get a new quest to
We're still yapping.
To go to their
her
house?
If you want,
If we want.
should you so choose.
Perhaps.
Tentative.
Tentative, yeah.
If we're still around by week's end.
What time of day is it right now?
We're laughing.
By
Midday.
this point, you're early afternoon.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I told you.
I'm gonna throw my hood up. Kind of act all cloaked and just kind of wander around town.
You're gonna get arrested.
Slinky skulker.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wander around, see what I see, hear what I hear.
And as we're walking,
Yeah,
we
you
can bump into
Freaking undead.
Turn in.
Everybody else is returning to the tavern.
Yeah.
As I'm walking through the streets, is this Brandenburg's a pretty lively town, right?
It's a very lively town. It's a you would know at the very least, if not from nothing else, from what Rob has to say about the town, that it is the largest port in this section of the world. Obviously, there are some smaller port cities in this smaller. There's 3 countries on the coast.
I'm gonna start casually dropping hints about the lyrical miracle performing at the inn. That's how we're at.
Okay.
And just like,
Water's out.
Yeah, like,
Just a fear.
task Tiberius to drop him off over the city.
I think it was a crusty from cheeseburger.
Of course, the innkeeper doesn't know about it, but he's gonna have to.
Are you saying that in the tavern?
No, he's on his travels.
Yeah, I like talking.
On his return trip to the
Yeah.
tavern.
We'll return after talking to Saber's family and keeping an eye on if there's people following us and stuff.
When I get back, I'm going to quickly see who's all in the tavern.
I believe everybody went back to the tavern except for Guy.
Yes,
Guy is out in the streets, and Belleville's on the roof.
Okay, I'm gonna,
I mean, it's not like he's hiding it.
I'm
So
gonna tell them what I
He's standing on the rope just
what I briefly encountered
forgot about us
talking with Rob and stuff like that. Like you just gloss over and say like, I'm going to be changing personas, and I haven't know if you've heard, but the lyrical miracle's going to be performing here.
Like,
Uh.
okay.
Kind of
Tell them what
pulling
I
out
found out about the Blue Lady and that we were invited to Saber's house.
dinner and
Which persona to choose?
I will.
while you guys are having this discussion, Jordan has been sitting at a table. He's got charts and books and all kinds of various log books and stuff in front of him. And the sparrow was kind of scurried away, and
Also mention the price on their head. Just so you know. I don't know if it's everyone, he just said me.
and he just gets up, and he's just very happy to see you guys back, and
Alive.
he's letting you guys know basically that he's been contracted to sail basically south around the coast to pick up some goods.
Forest is still sick. All the animals and trees say it started south and west.
Oh, so it's not just the one direction anymore? It's spreading?
It started from the southwest.
Okay.
Came in from that
So
way.
we didn't do anything.
No, we didn't save them. They're all dead.
Oh, the
forest,
house
anyway.
is back to normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the
we saved the
forest, though.
house from
Ooh.
the
Boy, am I
vampire.
gonna be surprised.
My timber magnet. My trees. My sort of woods.
I mentioned to you guys mainly, Kevin and Tabby,
What?
that there's
Oh, wait.
people from the cult
Where did it start? The south and
Crimson
west?
blood drop.
Yeah.
That's the apples.
Affleck?
I'm not
I
gonna
thought
tell
some
anybody
people
about
were
the
on
dragon.
They're not
Yeah.
doing
We knew that.
it. Okay.
We might kill him.
Just saying.
Just in the street, if I see him.
That
fucking
might not be the
dumb.
best choice.
After I change into my finest bardic livery, I'm gonna crawl the window and come back around like, Barkeep! I don't know if you know, but I am the lyrical miracle. I've come forth to entertain your patrons this evening. Ah!
Take off your disguise. Roll out the window.
I'm going to also book a separate room.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I will. You know what?
I have
Let me try to
asked.
bluff and tell people that yeah, I've heard of him. He's an amazing performer. Like he's
Jordan just very clearly is just like he's not. I mean, he's not necessarily. At first, he's kind of astonished by your. He very clearly recognizes you, but he just kind of just like meh.
I lean into the barkeep and I say, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm kind of a big deal. As you can see, the clamoring of the patrons already.
Mark is
Oh, what a guy.
singing your praises.
He's the greatest.
So perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement.
I'm glad I'm
you
not
know,
here for this.
This is monetary compensation depending on how well I pack this modest
I can hear
establishment.
you guys groaning from 4 blocks away.
Traditionally, we have a very specific clientele that we like to cater to here.
Mm.
However, to see this lyrical miracle, we may be willing to change our policies for one night.
For one night, and excellent.
We'll see what the results.
I guarantee you, it's going to be a show you shan't forget.
And the barkeep, he turns and
He won't forget it.
he does it in the whisper, but in the obvious, like, and making sure these guys hear the whisper of just like, lock up all the valuables, bring in some extra help, and plan for cleaning tonight.
There's gonna be a lot of glitter.
Yep. Jordan will come downstairs like half in his which one am I supposed to fucking be? You're perfect. Mwah! Go to the bar and get drunk. All
Stay
right.
as you are.
Yep. Like half shoe polish in his beard. Like I don't fucking know. Wah!
Alrighty.
Sure, I'll share my information with him.
So you guys heard everything, all the rumors that he's picked up.
Yeah.
Don't come, man.
Dragon. Do you have notes, robot, or I'll make notes.
I kind of wrote him down.
There's a
On
dragon
his character
flying.
sheet that he's been using since level 1 that
Yeah.
has holes erased into
Bridge
it.
me
Yeah.
some notes.
Shadow of Dragon heading south towards the coast, southwest. Let's see.
Dragon heading south. Okay.
Sailing south also was an orcish vessel with the marks of ogres or devils. It was heading southwest as well.
Dragon of Southwest.
Trade in Valadora started again, but the road is unsafe. The forest is unchanged.
Trade, not Travid, trade in Valadoria.
Yeah.
Doria is Valdoria?
Yeah, the Valdaria, sorry.
Valdaria
The tree place.
started
Tree house.
again, but forest no good.
Yep.
Forest no good.
No bueno. Possible war of gods? Question mark.
Possibly. Okay.
Hang
War
on.
of what?
Gods?
War of. Okay, I've heard that one, so I guess that's what
Wait,
Uh,
you've heard of this before?
you sent me stuff about it.
I know.
Hexter,
But nobody else knows that.
Hexter's gem. Dane of the West.
Okay.
I don't know what I wrote.
King Dane.
Dane's downfall in the west, which is the
Dane.
war, may have been attributed.
Oh, yeah,
people are
to the-
attributing that
Oh yeah, that's
to
what it was.
Hexter, the gem of Hexter.
Downfall in west.
Or the forest.
Possibly.
Or Harris.
Harris.
Harrows.
Things
or
bad.
Arrows.
Things not good.
Great.
Forest.
The orcs
Icky.
use orcs with the axes.
But
Those are
this
no
makes
phone
sense
numbers.
because he's probably drunk.
At this point, yeah, most likely.
Trade in Valeria? No bueno.
What does that even
He
mean?
just starts speaking Spanish after a while.
It's not even a language in this world. But
Just speaks his 10,000
Technically making it up.
10,000 year dead language. Et tu? Bonjour! Crazy gibberish!
Oh, good. Oh, bueno.
Okay, I got him. Thank you. Any specific notes from you guys?
Take your time.
We just heard say the stuff about the blue
See if I
lady
can
and the
remember the entire
oasis.
day. Let's go.
And then she demands tribute.
She demands tribute if you go there.
Ain't nobody to fuck with.
Right. And
She was like this a lot.
Damn. It's over.
She diversify your bonds.
Yeah.
Tribute. Trade is
No
Food.
bueno.
trade is food or wood products.
Also the other place across the desert is
Is-
very corrupted.
What was
Yes.
that hell again?
It starts with a C, I don't remember. I mean,
Kingdom of
I said
Nations?
Yeah, the
K-
Kardashians.
Carlos?
K sound.
Carlos?
Carlos,
Let's not go to that Kardashian
Mark would,
place.
or Rob would know quite a bit about it. Well, and some about it.
so, and it's no friends to
City of Farnham is
And
it?
they hate me. No.
It's on the
Herodians.
opposite
Right,
side of
yeah.
it.
They very much don't
Being
like
a
me.
bard, you would understand that, like, the country you're in is on the coast, and you have, like,
That was a good throw.
the Elvish kingdom you travel through, which is
Right
very
off the
small.
wall.
It's just a strip
Into
of
the
woods.
cheese
You have
bag.
the kingdoms on the edge of the desert. Then you have the desert, which is as large as all of these kingdoms.
Yep.
And it's all kind of surrounded by mountains. And on
Yeah,
the far
cheese is
side,
full
there's
of
one
bacteria.
city-state.
Is that a port? Is it?
No, there's no. It's mountains.
I told you they always do that.
Way to go.
Just do it.
just
That's
black.
right there.
It's mountains. You basically have the pass. You guys come into the desert where it connects.
Yep.
Mountains. There's an exit out of the desert to the south there. But it's not nearly as well traveled as the one here.
Okay, I just
And
wanna-
then it's all encompassed in mountains.
Okay.
That's the reason it's desert.
Alright, I just want to know if Carlos was abutted by anything. No.
It's not. There's nothing near it.
Where?
Okay.
The closest settlement
shoulder,
to the
huh?
city would be the city on the edge of the desert where you left.
And Aslock's are hanging around, and we've got bounties on our
Yes,
Pinhead.
bounties.
for sure.
Did we find out how much?
No.
Just said food
Oh, the old
costs.
fart.
Some
Very sizable.
a cleric of Palor just walked past me
Hold on,
and
watch
whispered
this.
it in my ear.
Watch it again.
Zealots.
No, on me.
Thousand ways to die.
Possibly the whole group.
Million ways to die.
Possibly the whole group, for sure me.
Shiny sword. Zealots.
I have a very shiny sword, yes.
You break, you're ready.
I polish it quite often.
Yep.
Also the blade on my sheath. I will also do that.
Alright, I'm caught up. I'm good. I did my antics. I'm ready to perform.
All right, so are we going to move to the evening?
I'm playing the recorder.
No, I sold my
Sold the
recorder.
recorder.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Does remind me to talk to you after this. I have an idea.
if it's the one-man band idea, no, I'm totally in support of
It's
it.
kind of like that, but it's different.
Okay.
My own take on it.
Is anybody doing anything before the evening
Anything
sets in?
special?
Nothing?
I'm gonna go up to my room and meditate.
That's fair.
Sorganol has the
Actually, go right into
odds
two.
he's happy, evens he's unhappy. Odds he's happy. Happy drunk.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm
Good.
getting molested.
Did you rub his beard? That's what he wanted me to do.
No,
He
you gotta,
was
like,
talking to him.
scritch.
Talking earlier about it.
You don't like it?
You gotta.
How many cocks have been in those hands?
And that's why Guy is now aroused.
You're talking about today, right?
A little stiff now, just some gel. Get
We
around
have some moisture. Yeah, Guy's pants right now.
Your hawk returns with an ink pen. And behind it, running down the street, is Rob. And he's like, "Blast it, animal!"
Tiberius, to me!
And so he's gained some information on this place that he showed you the map of. It's located down the coast off the South Trade Road, the North-South Trade Road. It's inaccessible from the land. It's in an area where it's very cliffy.
Down before I'm half paying attention. Come on.
Oh, you actually
Go to my
pulling through the
notes.
plastic? Oh, you get weirded out by the plastic?
Rob. Notes. Okay. What is it?
It's to the south of the city,
So.
quite a distance south, but along the coast. It's a spot where you can see it from the trade road, but the trade road is kind of up on the cliffs. And then there's the ocean, and you can see this island off in the distance. And actually, the ship routes travel in between the island and the shore.
That's the mouth of the demon.
Well, this is the place that he showed you the map. Not the mouth.
Okay.
This would be Devil's Maw.
Devil's Maw.
Basically, what he found is that long ago, like very long ago, like a century ago, it was kind of a fortress and an outpost of a very prominent mercenary group.
Murderous.
However, over time, that mercenary group kind of started to deteriorate and became pirates. And it's assumed basically that one of the cities along the trade road had garrisoned, basically they garrisoned an army that they sent on ships to wipe these pirates out. And since then, it's been more or less an abandoned island. Because it's not accessible, it's surrounded in mountains, it's very difficult to have anything there. It's worthless land, more or less. Most of your adventuring type that travel there never come back, so it's assumed that they're either not reaching the island or being killed on the island. It's wild.
It's wild, man.
Wow.
But yeah, the only way really to reach it conveniently is by ship, but no one really
Goes there.
goes there.
Or you can swim. You're really good at swimming.
Jump off the cliffs,
I'm good at swimming.
land, swim across the ocean into the distance.
Yeah.
I'm not good at swimming.
No,
There's-
no, you just get a
Haven't you watched
potion of
Jonas
water
with the
breathing.
Have
With
the ring of
heaviest-
Jesus.
Yeah. Or you can be Robin Hood Men in Tights, Lil Jon, and he can't swim in that little fucking stream.
I love that movie.
Seen it like once.
Oh, you should watch it again.
Uh-huh.
Kevin, since you're kind of de facto party lead,
Right?
while this encounter is going on with Tomadrell on the other side of the bar, Jordan just walks up to you and says, my friend, I will see you upon my return voyage.
You're leaving now?
We leave at some point during the evening, assuming the port master will allow us to leave. Otherwise, at first light, the crew just informed me that the ship has been loaded with supplies so we can travel.
Nice.
Alright, well. Journey.
When are you expected back?
Just
Are you coming back?
He's definitely coming back. This this is kind of his base of operations. You would know that.
Oh, okay.
That he works out of here until he needs money, and then he goes to
3
see
weeks.
Telus. He goes to the casino at Telus to make
4
some
weeks,
money.
4 months.
So you guys can put yourselves within the bar wherever you'd like.
I'm going to tell him to have a safe journey and watch for the people that are after us. What was his name?
Jabal.
Jabal.
He knows that
Is
he
he
needs to keep
Jabal?
his head low for Jabal.
Right.
Riballs.
Give him a good arm clasp.
Your horse.
Yeah.
The horse is in.
Probably couldn't even get in the
Your
door.
horse would be out in the stable.
It's that epic of a
He's
concept.
fantastic. We can go
Oh,
through
you're
the
still
wall.
outside.
I'm still walking the street.
Anything good out there?
I don't know.
Why don't you ask? Anything good out there?
It's a city pretty much going about its business as usual. You see good, bad, and not and indifferent going on.
I'm actually going to be up in my room.
Okay.
Are these
I'm gonna-
upstairs? Upstairs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Assume that they wind up and then probably.
I'm gonna am I on a window? Like a room
You
with
didn't
a
draw
window?
Roll a
your windows.
d6.
There's no windows.
5.
Yes, you have a window overlooking.
I'm gonna watch the street to see if there's people. Like I'm just gonna
Really good.
be kind of watching
I'm
out.
gonna start to make my way back to the tavern, but I'm not gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hang out.
And you begin to draw. You know, a crowd begins to pour in.
What spells do I have?
Alright, yeah.
It's a mixture of all sort, but it's the sort you'd expect in this area of town.
Hookers and Johns.
This giant handful of pieces.
Look,
I
you
am
always
cute.
know how you feel.
Any of them?
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm looking at a cute hoe or a not cute hoe.
Spells and moves.
You gonna find one for the night or what?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Watching for.
What is that?
There's a piece down by your feet somewhere.
Who's the real piece?
Tabbies, I believe. It went off my shoe in that general direction.
General direction.
That's the one.
Look at
In
you!
my general direction.
Oh, eagle eye over there.
I can't see myself.
Holy people.
You filled the place because I had that many pieces to grab from. So the place is starting to fill up. You can see it. There's a general clamor.
Blazing.
It's all ruse. All you guys want to kill us.
I hope so.
Guy, roll a spot.
Totally forgot about
Got a
that.
plan.
I should bar my door. You guys are dead. Bye.
19.
Nice D&D
19.
D&D campaign.
While you're out there, there's a very clear pattern in the way people are arriving. 3 or 4 people will arrive and then enter the tavern separately. And most of them are coming from the non-port side, which you're down in the port area. Kevin, from your window, roll a spot.
Oh, I was gonna summon my lion, so I have a.
Leonin.
Outside.
So he's up in the room, chilling with me, talking, having good conversations.
Just quickly.
Ask him about the lion shield if he thinks it would be cool.
Don't.
Spot.
How does the line appear?
18.
Pop into existence?
With sparkles.
Okay.
18.
He comes through like a tunnel,
Okay.
and Kevin gets like,
Yeah.
he gets very excited.
For undead, it goes.
He's
Well,
he's
what
very
is-
excited his mount is coming. You know what I'm saying.
Soft
Gross.
for the
One of those we could do.
Maybe I will look for her tonight.
18 is my spot.
You see very similar trends to what Guy is seeing.
Mm.
People arriving in groups and just kind of milling in the street before they come in.
Are they yammering, talking at all?
No, it's strangely silent on the streets.
Quiet.
I expect trouble.
I'm going to.
Take your bow, put your feet on the bow. Take an arrow.
I'm gonna make sure I have my short sword ready to.
You just.
grab.
I'm just gonna like sneak away and leave, and I'm just never coming back.
I'm gonna go get on the ship with Jordan and see where that takes me. That seems better.
Adventures
than
of
that.
Sure, I thought about it.
That'd be quite a D&D adventure. One half a completely different story.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep my hand hovering over my short sword as I continue to watch them.
And as performance hour approaches, you're just about there, and the barmaids are skittering about, bringing beer to the tables and fare to those that are in the room.
I am starting to warm up using my oratory skills to tell them who I am and of all the songs that I'm going to sing this evening. I'm going to start.
Arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Huh?
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Cast dancing lights, the flicker of my hand. Use mage hand to levitate the mail to myself. I tell them you're very well graced with my presence because I have a brand new song which I'm debuting today. A story of a valiant lady, Claricus. So, but I'll start with the basic songs that everyone knows, the local favorites.
Are you going to go with more your standard kind of like bar fare, like?
What does the crowd look like?
It's
Mixed?
It's kind of rough and
Redneck.
tumble
Yeah.
more than it is
Mercenaries.
high class.
We're going to start with a slightly body tune that is not overly offensive in most cases, but enough to get a good laugh and jovial attitude rolling.
Sure.
That's a nat 20. So God knows. Oh.
Ryder just sent me a meme, and it's Mr. X in Resident Evil 2, and it's like, "Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear." And then it's just like the Greek god, like, "Oh no, he's hot!"
They have a mod where it only has him wearing a speedo with an umbrella right on his dick. It's a thing.
So your first song, what was your perform?
33.
It's most of the crowd is enjoying it. It's obvious that this is more of their level.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to continue with the joyous drinking songs. Maybe a tale of a farmer's daughter and a tryst with a merchant's wife or something like that, or who knows.
The milkmaid's daughter.
Yeah, that's 29.
That
So-
story's utterly fantastic.
You're getting some laughs out of people. Everybody who's in the bar, roll a spot.
Oh, shit.
15 for Virgo.
Is it wisdom based?
I see the candles.
21, 27.
16.
Tomadero can roll it too.
No.
In fact, he gets a bonus because he's up on the stage. Emily, know what you got.
17.
All right. Call that a 22. Anybody else beat a 20? So those of you that beat a 20, including Tomadero, while the patrons are ordering beverages, it's not like they're the standard crowd that would be pounding them down pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of them are obviously enjoying their meals and drinking, but a lot of them are nursing the beer a little bit.
Is there one close to me?
There's some that aren't
Hey,
that far from
fuckface,
you.
drink.
Cast Charm. Using sleight of hand.
Sing a drinking song that makes them drink.
Which one are you casting it on?
I don't know. Are they all hostile? I mean,
I don't know. That's
that's why I was asking.
one of the ones that isn't
is
drinking.
that's nursing their drink, kind of looking at me.
What do you have in front of you there?
Hexy.
He's drinking.
Both.
He's drinking. He's
Stealthy.
drinking. He's
Armor
drinking.
guy.
That guy probably isn't. That guy isn't. In fact, that guy there didn't even order food.
That looks like Ronan the.
Oh, the guy in the center. Well,
The
the one you
staffy
pulled.
guy.
The cloaky guy?
Yeah, the cloaky guy.
Oh, okay.
19, they'll use sleight of hand so that they can't really see me cast the spell.
Right.
And then
And it was what? I'm sorry?
charm.
Yeah, what was the... Oh, I'm sorry, I have to roll a save. It's a will save. It's charm! So you're on the cloaky dude?
Yep.
And they want to kill you or they want to love you?
A little both.
26 was my roll.
Yeah, you easily beat it because it's just good.
Hi.
Continue with my performance.
As this washes over him, I see him.
We got
I'm sitting by the stairs.
Yeah, but he's not paying attention. He didn't see shit.
He's watching basketball right now.
He's doing what I do at the bar, just like sit there and watch the television instead of what's going on.
They don't have television.
A fire. Fire is basically television.
But Tomadril obviously would see him move over there and speak in hushed voices.
What a suggestion for the board.
And as he speaks, this man, he's a very large man. He at once kind of leaps up, throwing the chair back, and in that motion, he pulls his heavy pick off his belt and his shield, and basically he barks an order, but it's hard to hear what he says. It sounds almost like it's in code. So give me initiatives.
Do I notice?
You will notice it soon enough, so give me initiative. Kevin. Kevin, you will hear
18.
Eventually hear it as well. So, Tabby.
18.
C-Mac. 9. Commodore.
20.
Jorgendal.
16.
Guy.
14.
Belleville.
15.
Mark.
6 for my rogue, 21 for my cleric.
Your rogue who acts very swiftly. Robot.
He wants me to let Lindsay go see her.
Didn't work.
Does it
2.
won't do it? I'm not doing it. Ain't my
And
thing.
the lion is going to act with you, Kevin, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
It's his dad's mom. Not his mom.
All the water. So 2.
Nice. Robot was dead last.
Oh yeah.
You don't know that.
I'm in the corner.
Drunk.
Probably. I've been drinking since like 8 in the morning.
He sobered up and then got drunk again.
As he shouts this, it's very obvious that those that are here, you two can roll. Well, you can roll wisdom if you'd like.
Nice roll.
Thanks.
No, will save.
Just wisdom.
So 24.
24. You notice that several of these faces look very familiar, like maybe you saw them while you were out and about in town.
I'm thinking your balls,
Balls.
I didn't know that's 19 sleep sounds.
This chick jumps up on the table.
I just went in there and it
takes
was
a
sleep
bow
sounds.
off her back.
Where?
Just in the
And she's
Yeah.
very vehemently looking at Tomadril up
So
on
all the way
stage.
to the left.
Okay.
Assassins!
My baby's the order.
What'd you?
They were hired by a rival bard, I know it!